Welcome to our journey through the most impacting events of the past century. Today we shall traverse the landscape of history, exploring moments that have significantly altered the trajectory of our world. From disasters to moments of triumph, these events have shaped our lives, our societies, and our global consciousness. In this video, we will delve into 13 world-changing events that have defined the last 100 years. These moments, whether tragic or triumphant, have left an indelible mark on our collective memory. As we recount these events, our aim is to understand their profound impact and to appreciate the resilience and strength that humanity has shown in the face of adversity. So sit back and join us as we embark on this enlightening journey. Together, we will uncover the stories behind these pivotal moments and reflect on how they continue to influence our world today. The Berlin Wall, a symbol of Cold War division, stood tall for 28 years. On November 9, 1989, the world watched in awe as the wall fell, heralding the end of an era. The fall of the Berlin Wall marked the reunification of East and West Germany and signified the collapse of communist regimes in Eastern Europe. It was a moment of triumph, hope, and renewal. As East and West Germans reunited, the world celebrated the victory of freedom and democracy over oppression and tyranny. The fall of the Berlin Wall remains a powerful testament to the enduring human spirit and the unyielding desire for liberty. This event reshaped the geopolitical landscape and inspired movements for freedom across the globe. On August 6, 1945, the city of Hiroshima, Japan, was forever changed. The United States dropped an atomic bomb, resulting in unprecedented destruction and loss of life. The blast, which killed an estimated 140,000 people, marked a turning point in warfare and global politics. The devastating image captures the aftermath of the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, showing widespread destruction and human suffering. The horrors of Hiroshima led to a global reckoning with the power of nuclear weapons. It sparked debates on ethics, warfare, and the future of humanity. This event remains a somber reminder of the catastrophic potential of human conflict and the urgent need for peace and disarmament. The legacy of Hiroshima continues to shape international relations and our collective pursuit of a world free from the threat of nuclear annihilation. Chapter 4: The Moon Landing, 1969. On July 20, 1969, humanity achieved a remarkable feat. NASA's Apollo 11 mission successfully landed the first humans on the moon. Astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin made history as they set foot on the lunar surface, with Armstrong famously declaring, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." The moon landing was a triumph of human ingenuity, exploration, and perseverance. The moon landing not only showcased the technological prowess of humanity, but also united people across the globe in awe and wonder. This monumental achievement inspired generations to dream big and pursue the unknown. It marked a new era of space exploration and highlighted the limitless possibilities of human potential. The legacy of the moon landing continues to inspire scientific discovery and exploration. The Tiananmen Square protests, 1989. In the spring of 1989, Beijing's Tiananmen Square became the epicenter of a pro-democracy movement. Thousands of students and citizens gathered to demand political reform and greater freedoms. The Chinese government's response was swift and brutal. On June 4, 1989, tanks and soldiers were deployed to suppress the protests, resulting in a tragic loss of life. Images of the crackdown, including the iconic tank man, shocked the world. The Tiananmen Square protests highlighted the universal desire for freedom and justice. Despite the brutal suppression, the courage of the protesters remains an enduring symbol of resistance against oppression. This event underscored the challenges of achieving political change and the high price of dissent. It continues to inspire movements for democracy and human rights around the world. The September 11th attacks, 2001. September 11th, 2001 is a day etched in the collective memory of the world. On that fateful morning, terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airplanes, crashing them into the World Trade Center in New York City and the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. The attacks resulted in the deaths of nearly 3,000 people and left an indelible scar on the nation. The world watched in horror as the Twin Towers collapsed, symbolizing the devastating impact of terrorism. The September 11th attacks reshaped global politics and security measures. It led to the War on Terror, the invasion of Afghanistan, and significant changes in international relations. The bravery of the first responders and the resilience of the survivors highlighted the strength of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable tragedy. This event serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of vigilance and unity in the fight against extremism. On February 11, 1990, Nelson Mandela walked free after 27 years of imprisonment. His release marked the beginning of the end of apartheid in South Africa. Mandela's unwavering commitment to justice and equality made him a global symbol of resistance against oppression. His release was a moment of jubilation and hope as South Africa moved towards dismantling the racist regime and building a democratic society. Mandela's journey from prisoner to president demonstrated the power of forgiveness and reconciliation. His leadership in the transition to democracy earned him the Nobel Peace Prize and the admiration of people worldwide. Mandela's legacy continues to inspire movements for social justice and equality, reminding us of the enduring power of courage, resilience, and the pursuit of a fairer world. The dissolution of the Soviet Union in December 1991 marked the end of an era. The collapse of the once mighty superpower was the result of political, economic, and social pressures. Mikhail Gorbachev's policies of glasnost, or openness, and perestroika, or restructuring, aimed to reform the Soviet system, but ultimately accelerated its demise. The fall of the Soviet Union led to the emergence of 15 independent republics and the end of the Cold War. The dissolution of the Soviet Union had far-reaching implications for global politics. It reshaped international relations, leading to the unipolar world dominated by the United States. The fall of the Soviet Union also highlighted the challenges of transitioning from a command economy to a market economy. This event remains a pivotal moment in history, symbolizing the triumph of democratic ideals over authoritarianism. The Vietnam War sparked widespread protests across the United States and beyond. In 1968, the anti-war movement reached its peak, with demonstrators calling for an end to the conflict. One of the most significant moments occurred during the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, where police clashed violently with protesters. The images of police brutality against peaceful demonstrators shocked the nation and highlighted the deep divisions within American society. The Vietnam War protests were a powerful expression of public dissent and the demand for change. They underscored the growing disillusionment with the government's policies and the impact of the war on American society. The protests played a crucial role in shaping public opinion and ultimately contributed to the end of the Vietnam War. This event remains a symbol of the power of collective action and the importance of standing up for justice. On April 26, 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine experienced a catastrophic explosion. The disaster released massive amounts of radioactive material into the atmosphere, leading to widespread contamination and the evacuation of thousands of people. The Chernobyl disaster remains one of the worst nuclear accidents in history, with long-lasting environmental and health impacts. The Chernobyl disaster highlighted the dangers of nuclear power and the need for stringent safety measures. The response to the disaster, including the heroism of the first responders, showcased the resilience and bravery of those who faced the crisis. The legacy of Chernobyl continues to influence nuclear policy and safety regulations worldwide, serving as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of technological failures. On April 4, 1968, civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. King's death was a devastating blow to the civil rights movement and a profound loss for the nation. As a champion of nonviolent resistance and equality, King's legacy continues to inspire the fight for justice and human rights. The assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. sparked widespread grief and anger, leading to riots in cities across the United States. It also galvanized the civil rights movement, leading to the passage of the Fair Housing Act later that year. King's dream of a just and equitable society lives on, reminding us of the ongoing struggle for racial equality and the importance of standing up against injustice. On June 6, 1944, Allied forces launched a massive invasion of Nazi-occupied France. Known as D-Day, the Normandy landings involved over 156,000 troops and marked the beginning of the end of World War II in Europe. The bravery and sacrifice of the soldiers who stormed the beaches of Normandy paved the way for the liberation of Western Europe from Nazi tyranny. The D-Day landings were a turning point in the war, demonstrating the power of international cooperation and the resolve to defeat fascism. The success of the operation was a testament to meticulous planning, bravery, and the determination to restore freedom and peace. This historic event continues to be commemorated as a symbol of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring fight against oppression. In October 1962, the world teetered on the brink of nuclear war during the Cuban Missile Crisis. The discovery of Soviet nuclear missiles in Cuba led to a tense 13-day standoff between the United States and the Soviet Union. President John F. Kennedy and Premier Nikita Khrushchev engaged in intense negotiations, ultimately reaching an agreement to remove the missiles and avert a catastrophic conflict. The Cuban Missile Crisis was a sobering reminder of the dangers of the Cold War and the potential for nuclear annihilation. The resolution of the crisis highlighted the importance of diplomacy, communication, and the need for de-escalation in times of tension. This event remains a critical moment in history, underscoring the necessity of maintaining peace and preventing the proliferation of nuclear weapons. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more exciting videos coming soon. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.